Hello, Jane here, your marketing coach. Today I'm going to talk about the top 3 people who need a personal brand to stand out in their industry. Number 1, entrepreneurs. This is a bit of a no-brainer, but many entrepreneurs start out in companies without paying attention to their own personal brand. As your company grows, so will your profile. So while you may be associated very strongly with your company brand, the story behind the brand, its origin story, if you will, is you. So you may want to build more companies in the future, and building a strong personal brand will help support your new brands and companies grow with the backing of your well-established and trusted personal brand, which you were smart enough to start building from the outset of your entrepreneurial journey. Plus, having a personal brand positions you for invitations for publicity, like media interviews or being a keynote speaker, which also helps build the profile of your company. So it's really a win-win from a publicity and marketing point of view. Number 2, employees. Hang on, wait, what? I hear you say, but hear me out. Just because you work for someone else doesn't mean that you can't have a strong personal brand. Positioning yourself as a thought leader within your niche and demonstrating your incredible expertise will actually support the work that you do for the company that you work for. So it's simply another layer of authority that your company can leverage or take advantage of. And when you do change jobs, which on average people do every 2 to 3 years, you will be able to take your personal brand with you, which is helpful. As if you set up a personal brand, you are going to be controlling what recruiters find when they're Googling you in the recruitment process. Also, if you want to go ahead and set up your own consultancy, congratulations. If you've already established a personal brand, you'll be ahead of the game. 3, academics. Think about the TED Talks that you've watched of Professor such and such from Brown University. That person on that stage has a personal brand. And if you're not controlling your personal brand, all that hard work you put into establishing yourself as a thought leader and an expert in your field will be left behind under the brand of the university under which it was created. Sure, there's legalities around this, but many keynotes, etc., are recorded so that when you change schools or leave academia or get a job as an employee or create a consultancy, your personal brand and everything that's out there publicly, you'll be able to create a repository of all the papers you've published, all the keynotes you've delivered, and even your thesis, everything that's contributed to your specialist knowledge and expertise. So think about when you're being considered to deliver a keynote. If people can Google you and find your standalone website, which stands away from the establishment for which or the organization for which you work, with all your papers and seminars and webinars in one place, you're going to stand out from the crowd. Plus, when you change schools, your repository of thought leadership that you've worked so hard to establish will come with you in the form of your personal brand. So if you want to talk about creating your own personal brand, just DM me and we can talk about your own path to thought leadership.